A counterterrorism source who monitors terrorist social media accounts says there has been no claim of responsibility by ISIS, though a limited number of ISIS accounts are celebrating. We've seen that in previous cases when we've had domestic attacks in the United States. This morning, the Republican chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, who gets regular intelligence briefings, said the threat level as we approach the holidays is high but not specific.
What I worry about is ISIS sent a message 2 weeks ago saying that we will see you in New York for Christmas soon. And so we know that they're targeting attacks around the Christmas season, not only here in New York, the #1 target, but also in Europe.
On Thursday, FBI Director Christopher Wray testified that there are more than 1,000 active FBI ISIS investigations covering all 50 states. And while the group has lost its stronghold in Iraq and Syria, the online recruitment based on those numbers has not diminished, Shep.
In the bigger picture, aside from this, what are the analysts saying they believe is ISIS' next move?
Well, Shep, there has been a subtle shift. A recent edition of the ISIS online magazine laid out the steps to execute these vehicle attacks like the one we saw in October in New York City. But what was significant is that ISIS in the propaganda was encouraging followers to flee the scene and survive rather than be a suicide attacker. So with the loss of the so-called caliphate in Iraq and Syria, one analyst suggested to Fox the group is facing a shortage of recruits who are willing to die for the cause. Separately, Al-Qaeda is really refocusing its efforts on women. On December 1st, it issued this magazine online. It's the second edition devoted principally to women's issues, if not entirely to women's issues. And translated from the Arabic, it's called Your House. It's sort of an interesting read in the sense that it mixes sort of the Al-Qaeda ideals along with healthcare and raising your children. So they're trying to pitch it as not a terrorism group, but really kind of like a lifestyle, Shep.
All right, Catherine. Catherine Herridge in Washington,
You're
thanks.
Welcome.